everyone, my name is Katie. Welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome, welcome. Super glad you decided to come hang out with me today. We are going to be testing out Oden's Eye Cosmetics today. And while it was supposed to be a first impression, it is really more of a second impression because, fun fact, I filmed this yesterday and it did not want to transfer to my computer. So the footage was scrapped. Not a big deal, we roll with the punches around here. So it's more of a second impression, but if that sounds like something you're interested in, if you want to see how I got this crazy and beautiful eye look, then keep watching. Alright guys, so as you can see, my face is already done except for my highlight, eyes, and lips, which we will be doing together today. So, everything for highlight, eyes, and lips is going to be by Oden's Eye Cosmetics, as the title says, and it's everything that I pretty much received in the mystery boxes. Shameless plug, if you have not seen that video, it is linked down below for you. So I can't remember if I swatched everything for you in that video. I know the eyeshadow palettes I did not, but the highlighters I can't remember, so I'm gonna go ahead and swatch both highlighting palettes that I have with me. So one is the Solmåne highlighter palette and the other is the Alva II palette. So I think these swatches will give me a better idea of just what I want to use today. So here is the Solmåne. It has, I would say, a little more like everyday shades that you could wear. Now, I mean, it is still kind of colorful, but so you can see it is a little bit colorful, but I would say they're still wearable because this is obviously super pigmented on my fingers. So here they are on the back of my hand. Very beautiful. And then I have the Alva II palette. This, I would say, is definitely a little more colorful, a little more holographic. It's definitely, I would say, more of a fun highlighter palette versus everyday. This is stunning, but it kind of looks like glitter. So here are the swatches from the Alva II palette in comparison to the Solmåne. Sorry, it's like an awkward angle. So I think I'm gonna go for the Solmåne palette today. Actually, you know what? We'll use one from each. How's that sound? Okay, so I'm just gonna take a highlighter brush and I'm gonna go into the Solmåne palette, and I kind of want to play with this shade here. This was kind of the greeny one. I feel like if you had a tan, this would be beautiful. Like, they definitely pack a punch. Very beautiful. All right, I'm going to take this shade here from the Alva II palette. It swatched beautifully, but I'm worried it's gonna kind of look like glitter. So we'll see. I'm personally not the biggest fan of glitter, but you know what? If it's glitter, I'm taking a hit for you guys. So yeah, there's definitely some chunky glitter in this. Man, I feel like I have the type of highlight where I'm like going to a festival. Not mad about it, but I mean, it's definitely a specific look. Ooh, yeah, it's definitely like chunky glitter in that shade. Whew, look at that. All right, I kind of look like a disco ball. That's fine. Overall, I think the quality of these is really great. They are very smooth, which I love. They apply beautifully, they're pigmented. So I would definitely say 10 out of 10 for the highlighter palettes. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow. So what I received from the mystery boxes were the Freja Diva palette, I don't know how you say it, and then the Solmåne palette as well. So the Solmåne palette, when I swatched this, this purple shade specifically was very crumbly. So I am going to swatch the full palettes for you. I think that'll help me decide the direction I want to go. But I'm pretty interested in how this is going to swatch. And then the Freja Diva palette. This is more of your berry, warm tones, very beautiful. I think this would be a stunning fall palette. I know it's summer, you guys, and some people are like, ugh, don't even talk about fall because you're skipping over summer. Girl, I love fall, so I'll talk about it as much as I want. But I feel like this would be the perfect fall palette. So, you know what? I'm gonna swatch both, but just to have some fun, I think I might do one eye with this and one eye with this. Should I do that? I've never done that before. We're gonna do it. Okay, first things first, it is time for some swatchy swatches, everyone's favorite. So I'm gonna go into the Solmåne palette first to swatch for you guys. I will show you the finger swatches first, and then I will show you everything on my arm. Swatching them, they do feel pretty smooth. So while they do feel smooth, I think the mattes definitely feel a little more dry and hard in the pan compared to the metallics. This shade here, stunning. Again, very beautiful. This is like a holographic, stunning. Also love this shade here. Alrighty, so here is everything swatched out. I will say the mattes definitely feel a little more dry and crumbly, even though they are soft to the touch. Again, like this purple shade and this shade specifically were super crumbly as I was swatching them. This one was very smooth, and you can see it is very rich in pigment. I don't know if that's a different formula. The shimmers, I mean, they're stunning. They swatched beautifully, no issues with those whatsoever. And here's the faraway view just for reference. So I'm gonna move on to the Freja Diva palette next. Again, off of first impressions, these felt very creamy. I would say they're softer and creamier than the other palette. This orange is giving me life. Like, beautiful. Again, you guys, these shades are just absolutely beautiful. I would say the formula in this definitely feels different than the other palette. I'm not exactly sure why. So here is everything swatched. Very interesting because this formula definitely feels different. None of the shades were crumbly. Even the matte shades, this orange and this red this red, it didn't swatch very well, but it is beautiful and no issues with crumbling whatsoever. Definitely felt smoother and creamier than the other palette. All right, you guys. So I am going to do one eye with the Diva palette and one eye with the Solmåne palette. So we're gonna get the best of both worlds here, trying both palettes. No idea what looks I'm gonna create, but we're gonna do it. Why am I like this? I don't know. Let's zoom you guys in and we'll get started. Okay guys, as always, I'm going in with an eye primer. This is just the Ulta primer. This is what I'm currently trying to use up right now. As always, I'm going in with my creme brulee. Why is that hard to say quickly? Creme brulee. Say it fast, you guys, it's hard. I'm going in with this single and I'm going to put it on the brow bone and then the high crease. This just really helps diffuse the color for a more blended look. You do not have to use the shade, you can use any shade, but I literally do this every makeup look I do. Okay, I'm gonna start with the one that I'm not super excited to use, which is the Solmåne palette, and it's just because of the way it's swatched, which I know isn't fair to say because swatches really don't mean anything. They can perform different on the eyes. So I am going to use this first. I don't really know what I want to do. I kind of want to use that purple shade because I feel like that was giving me quite a bit of difficulty. So we're going to try that first. I'm going to go in, this is with the Gotchis. I don't know if that's how you say it, but this is their tapered blending number 7 brush. This came in the Ipsy bag last month. So just gonna get some color, and I'm gonna put this in the high crease, and we're gonna diffuse the color. Really hope there's not a lot of fallout because I've already done my face. That might be a mistake on my part. We'll see. I will say the color's laying down pretty nicely. So, and I haven't had any fallout, so that's great. But I am tapping quite a bit off the brush to avoid that, so maybe just go in light-handed. Okay, that actually laid down really beautifully, so happy with that. So I think I'm gonna take the same brush, and I'm actually just going to pull that color down into the actual crease just to make it a little more pigmented and packed there. I'm actually really impressed with this color, you guys. It's laying down super well and it's very pigmented. I'm not getting, I might have a tiny bit of fallout right here, but it's so weird. Like I said, this was the color that gave me the most issues when I was swatching it, very crumbly, and it's not like that at all when I'm applying. So I'm gonna go in with this dark brown shade here on the outer corner. Really just to pack that on, I'm using another blending brush, but this one is quite a bit smaller. No idea. Oh, this is the Glamier brand. It came in BoxyCharm, I believe, in February. Right, I would say so far so good. I'm really impressed with the pigment of the shadow, and like I said, I have just the slightest bit of fallout right here, but it is very minimal. I'm going to be able to just brush that away. Okay, I think I'm actually going to go in with my fingers because I want to use some metallic shades. I think I'm gonna try to make like a little like ombre look here. We're gonna see how it works out. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is take this shade first on the inner corner, this shade on the middle lid, and then I'm gonna put this over that dark brown in the outer corner. That's really, really pretty. I feel like the camera doesn't pick up on it enough, but that's gorgeous. Now for the shade on the middle lid. Wow. I feel like these are the type of shades that almost look wet on the lid, and it is absolutely stunning. I think, like I said, I'm gonna try this in the outer corner, which I don't normally do, but we're gonna have some fun. All right, so that shade is not picking up very well with my finger. So I think I'm actually gonna take a brush and I'm gonna wet it. I feel like that's gonna be the best effect that I want. So I'm just taking, this is just a small flat brush. Okay, interesting. That really isn't doing a whole lot for me. I'm having a lot of trouble with that shade. So I'm gonna take the brush that I used, the brown, and I'm gonna just quickly wipe that off, and I'm gonna see if a dry brush works any better. Yeah, no, not really. So I feel like that shade for me is a dud, which really stinks because it's really beautiful. So I'm just gonna go back in with this shade here just to blend the edges a little bit. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do for that eye for now. Actually, no. Wait, please. So for the bottom lash, I'm gonna try to take this shade here and smudge that out. Okay, that shade's really pretty. I feel like that would have done so much better in the outer corner. And on top of that, I think I'm actually gonna take a little more purple and lay that over top of it. So for inner corner, I think I'm gonna try this shade here. And it's going to be a very shimmery look, so I'm just going to go back in with this shade here for the brow bone highlight. All the glitter today, you guys. I'm here for it. Okay, So that is done for the first eye. I will do liner and lashes after I'm done. I'm actually super impressed with this palette. Was not expecting that based off of how it swatched, but that just goes to show you swatches don't mean anything. So let's see, I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 shades out of 12. I feel like that's pretty decent for a first impression. So let's go ahead and move on to the other eye. Okay, I think I'm gonna start out with something a little more neutral. So I'm gonna take this shade here. And again, I'm going to diffuse that color right above the crease. I don't think there's quite as much kick up with this palette as there is the other one. So that again, makes me believe that these formulas are a little bit different, especially just swatching it, you guys. I will say on the eyes, they both palettes perform beautifully, but again, just from hand feel and dipping the brushes in, I don't know if it's the same formula. It doesn't feel like it. Okay, I'm just gonna keep the same brush and I'm going to go into the color right below it. And I'm going to put that in my crease. So I do think it's pretty easy to get a neutral look out of this palette, but we're going to try to do something, again, just a little more fun. So I'm going to go in with this shade right below it. This is more of a, looks like a more satiny shade, and I'm going to put that in the outer corner. That is very beautiful. Oh, love. Okay, so for the inner lid, I think I'm gonna try this shade here. This shade I think is more of like a topper, but it is a shade that it just makes your eyes look wet. And like they're not. It's so fun. So I think for the middle part of the lid, we're gonna try this shade here. This shade is so soft to the touch. I don't feel like there's a whole lot of differentiation between the shade I just used and this one. I feel like it's very similar, like I can't really tell a difference. So because I feel like that inner lid shade I can't really see, I'm gonna try pulling this shade here and putting that on the middle, or sorry, the inner lid. The effect of that is actually really pretty in person. All right, oh, so freaking pretty. Just for a little bit of fun, I think I'm going to take the orange shade and I'm going to blend the edges out with a little bit of that orange. That is so fun. It's kind of like fire and ice look today, you guys. I had not intended that, but I'm digging it. It's really cool. Okay, so I will say with this palette, there's not a ton of good like inner corner and brow bone shades as far as just like icy champagne shades like for everyday wear. However, for this look, because you know, it's fire and ice, baby, we are going to take this shade here and put that in the inner corner. Yes, please. Living for this. Okay, I'm officially obsessed. The quality of these palettes is just so amazing. So for brow bone, I'm gonna be honest, there's not really a ton of great options. So I'm just gonna go in with this, which is kind of like that topper shade that looked wet. And we're gonna put that on the brow bone. So for the lower lash line, I think I'm actually going to take this first and then we're gonna use the orange and smudge it a little bit. I am just like living for these eye looks, you guys. I'm like geeking out. I'm like, does anyone else get that way? So I believe that's it. So let's see, how many shades did I use? I used 1, 2, 3, I think 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 12, that's pretty good. Oh my God, you guys, I'm so obsessed. All right, let me go put liner and lashes on. I was not intending to wear lashes today, but I feel like I need to with this look. So, BRB. All right, I am back. Literally, these lashes took me forever, you guys. Like, literally, this eye went on so easy, and this one, does anyone else have issues with inner corner trying to get the lashes to stay on? Just, I was about to be like, no, F these lashes, I'm not doing it. But the look called for lashes, you guys. We made it work, but oh my God, it was such a struggle today. So the last thing I have to do is put on lipstick. I did get 3 lipsticks from the boxes. I swatched everything for you. So this top one here, this is Red Cherry. This is in the Bullet, which is just their traditional lipstick. This second one here, which is this orange, is Ripe Papaya, which is their matte lipstick, which is obviously a liquid. And then the third one down here that is shining, that is their cream liquid lip, and that is in the color Water Lily. Yes, Water Lily. So these are the options today. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of want to try the red lip. I know that's gonna be super obnoxious with like everything we got going on, but I don't really care. I haven't tried it yet. I have tried this Water Lily. Like I said earlier, I tried to do a first impressions yesterday and it didn't work. This is the lipstick I chose doing that. It does wear very beautifully, but you know, it is something you're going to have to reapply throughout the day. Not a big deal, just something to be, you know, call out. But yeah, I think we're gonna try the red today because you know what? I have red going on over here, so like we gotta make it work. All right, so I did line my lips. This is just the One Click Beauty liner that I got from the Sassy Red Lipstick Trio. So I'm excited to use this. Honestly, I've only swatched it, so super excited. That is very beautiful, but I do feel like I look a little bit like a clown. You guys, I'm gonna take it off. I just feel like I look like a clown right now, so I'm gonna use that Water Lily shade. I definitely feel like that's gonna be more suitable for this look. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I can't with this look. I think it needs more of a neutral lip. So I'm just gonna line my lips with the Morphe. This is the Backseat Love liner. Legit, you guys, these liners are so freaking creamy. I want more of them. What else is new? I want more of everything. Okay, again, I'm sorry, you guys. I need a more neutral lip for this. Okay, much better. Oh, you guys, this, smells like freaking grape Kool-Aid. So freaking good. Okay, so this is the final look. I'm still looking a little bit like a clown. That's okay, we're gonna make it work today. But that is everything I had, so let me go ahead and get through some little speed reviews for you guys. So first up were the highlighter palettes, the Alva II and the Solmåne palettes. I think these palettes are beautiful. They are so pigmented. The only thing I will say, I don't really feel like they are very wearable colors for every day, unless like if color is your thing, then girl, all for it, do you. But my personal preference, I want a highlighter that is a little more like kind of white, icy, almost like champagne-y, and all of these have like the yellow, green, purple, blue tints to them. So they're super fun to use, and I mean, obviously they do pack a punch, girl, but I just don't feel like for every day I'm going to wear them that often, but I do enjoy them, and I would love to get a shade that is more wearable. But these I would give a 10 out of 10. They were amazing. Next up are the eyeshadow palettes, which are the Solmåne and then the Freja Diva palette. I'm so surprised by this Solmåne palette because it did not swatch great. It was kind of dry and crepey, and it would just, the pigment would fall off quite a bit. versus this one, when I swatched it, was very smooth and creamy, no fallout whatsoever. However, when I used both of them, they both performed the same. There was virtually no fallout. The pigment is freaking amazing, you guys. Like, I could definitely see this working its way up into my top formula favorites. Like, just wow, I cannot speak enough. Like, they, oh my gosh, they're beautiful. Like, they just applied beautifully, pigmented, rich in color, creamy in texture. Just like, oh my gosh, I loved these so much. I would highly, highly recommend. And then the lipsticks. Okay, so I had this on for legitimately 5 seconds. It did apply just like a normal lipstick. Obviously can't speak to the wear of it because you guys, I looked like a clown. But I will say the color is very beautiful. It's a very classic red, so I am excited to test this out more. The cream, which is what I have on, I think this is such a beautiful shade for especially every day. I think you can wear this with any look. Hence my crazy eye look, and I'm wearing it and I think it looks phenomenal. It is very comfortable, not sticky at all. It feels very hydrating, and I really enjoy this as well. The matte one I have not used yet, so can't speak to it. Honestly, it's more of a fall color, so I'll probably be wearing it later in the year. So that is all I had for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. As always, whoever you are, wherever you are, guy, girl, whether you liked this video, whether you didn't, I just appreciate that you took the time to come hang out with me. It means the world to me. And the salesman pitch is coming up, you guys. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You can become part of my little Jonesy fam here on YouTube. I am just your basic beauty addict, where we talk about all things luxury, high-end, and drugstore. We do not discriminate on this channel, so if that sounds like your jam, then become part of the fam. Alright guys, so that is everything I had for you. I will see you in my next video. Bye!